Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about the word trust, because you hear all the time in business, I've got to have trust in that person. Whether it's a referral partner, I can't pass referrals to people I don't trust. Whether it's a prospect, the prospect has to trust me before they get and become a client. Whether it's a client, the client trusts me to be able to do the things that they expect me to be able to do. Whatever it is, when I think about trust, it's not so much it's a thing, it's a feeling. Like the word trust doesn't actually mean anything other than simply it's a feeling that someone has towards you. And the better the feeling, the more trust they have. So I want to dive into that today because there's ways that you can create trust faster than probably what you've ever done before. Because in essence, trust is simply from the brain chemical oxytocin. More on that shortly. If this is the first time you've been joining us, welcome. So glad to have you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel, Referral Marketing Guru. Find us on any of our socials. Just search Michael Griffiths and join in the fun that we have each week. Each week, we love to be able to bring you ways to be able to help you grow your business through referrals, through leveraging into other people's networks, through strategic partnerships, through nurturing in a limbic brain way. Because as we talk about, if your business has a limbic advantage, meaning they think about what's that brain chemical that is going to create another person? How can I make that person feel a particular way towards me? It's amazing how fast you can grow your business. So today, it's all about this word trust, because you hear all the time, someone's going to know you, like you, trust you. See, know you is really easy. They either know you or they don't know you. Like you is pretty simple. They either like you or they don't like you. Then we get into this trust thing. Now, for some people, it takes forever before they can create trust. For other people, it's instant. Like for me, I'll trust you straight away. But if you do something wrong, or you wreck that trust, then it's gone. But when I say that, and then I think about, well, what actually is trust? Because it's not a thing. It's not like you're handing over a bottle of trust. In essence, it's the feeling I have towards you. So when I first come across a referral partner, as an example, I trust them straight away. I'll do whatever I can to be able to help them because I know that is what can help deepen our relationship faster. Right? But if they did something that then wrecked that trust, that feeling I have towards them, then it's really hard for them to be able to get it back with me. But then you got other people who will go, well, I can't trust you until this happens, or this happens, or this happens, or this happens, or this happens. And in essence, what they're saying is, I don't feel comfortable. The feeling I have towards you needs to be stronger before I'm willing to be able to do anything for you. So when you think about that in business, this word trust is everywhere. The trust you have towards your employees, towards your team, towards your contractors, towards your suppliers, towards your distributors. The trust you have with prospects, which then helps them become clients. The trust you have with clients. The trust you have with your wider networks, with your strategic partners, with your referral sources. See, when I think about then taking that word trust and going, well, trust is just simply the feeling that two people have towards each other. So how do you create feeling? And that's where the brain chemical oxytocin comes into play. See, we talk all the time, there's three big positive brain chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. Okay? We need brain chemicals every day. It's what keeps us going. Dopamine, it's fun, you're happy. Okay? Some people get dopamine through the sunshine, others through the ocean, some through the snow, some through going for a walk every day. Oxytocin is known as sort of that bond chemical, the love chemical. It's how close you feel to the other person. Now, funny enough, when you feel close to somebody, what else do you also instantly have? More trust. So trust isn't actually this thing that go, oh, here's a pile of trust. You can now trust me. Trust is the feeling that someone has towards you, the closeness they have towards you, the bond they have with you. So let's keep going down this rabbit hole to how do you create closeness and how do you create bond? Well, when you think about how you've done that with any person within your life, right? Whether that be a significant other, whether that be with a sibling, whether that be with a friend, it's pretty much all the same. Sure, there might be a difference in romance, but that's the only difference. How you've done it is pretty much the same. It starts with sharing commonalities. So if you want someone to trust you, start talking about your personal world and start sharing and finding commonalities that you have with one another. That instantly creates closeness and bond, which then instantly starts to build more trust. Shared moments. The more shared moments that you can have with the other person, the closer you end up becoming with that person. Therefore, create a bond. It's no coincidence. Two people who hardly know each other go through a shared moment. Let's just go with something. Let's just say, and in fact, I actually know this as a story. There's a marathon where I don't know, it was about the 35th kilometer into the 42 kilometers of the marathon. And these particular runners, they didn't know each other, but they were absolutely hurting. 7 kilometers to go. One was ready to give up. And the other one's like, no, we got to keep going. Let's get each other there. And sure, by bit, they just kept talking to each other. They kept pushing each other along. And for those 7 kilometers, it took nearly 50 minutes to be able to get those 7 kilometers done. But they got it done. And at the end, they crossed the line hand in hand, holding their hands up above their head. We did it. From that day, they were pretty much best friends. They went into different events together. And 15 years later, because of that one shared moment, they didn't know each other before that 35th kilometer, but they went through something together. And that created a bond. That created a closeness. And sure enough, because of that, they became best friends. See, that's how it actually works in the real world. So obviously, you're not going to go, hey, referral partners, let's go run a marathon and I'll see you at the 35th kilometer mark and let's get ourselves through. But I want you to take the context of what I'm saying here to go, okay, if I want prospects to trust me better, clients to trust me better, referral sources, strategic partners to trust me better, then what I need to be focusing on isn't just simply trust. What I need to be focusing on is how do I create shared moments? How do I be able to get into conversations where we can talk about commonalities? So we can have shared commonalities. Because it's those things that then create closeness and bond. I was talking just the other week to our Partnership Club tribe, because it's really easy if you listen to people out there to just simply, when you nurture, go, I'll send out emails each week to them, put up social posts each week to them. And sure, people being able to see that and people being able to understand that you have a solution to their problem is important. But what's more important is the shared experiences, the shared moments, the shared commonalities. And if you're just talking at them, it's really hard for that to happen. So therefore, don't get me wrong, you'll still create trust. It'll just take a lot longer because it will take a lot longer for them to be able to bond with you. So it's why we talk about all the time the importance of sharing personal things so they can have commonalities with you. Being able to do things where you can actually have shared moments together. Because that's what increases this word, trust, which in essence is a feeling I have towards you. So why does trust disappear? Same thing. Because you fall out of that bond, of that closeness. So when you think about it like that, you actually have a fairly strategic way to be able to increase trust with anybody you want to increase trust with. Now, sure, things such as doing what you say you're going to do, following through, doing the actions are all important, but that's not keeping trust. That's keeping the closeness and bond. See, so maybe replace the word trust with closeness and bond, because that actually then tells you different activities that you should be doing. If someone knows you, they have the ability to like you. If someone likes you, they have the ability to become close and form a bond with you. That's what we need to be able to create in business. Hopefully that's been super helpful. Went a little bit deep, but I want you to look at what do I do with my strategic partners? What do I do with my wider networks? What do I do with my prospects? What do I do with my clients? What do I do with my team to actually be able to create a closeness and bond, because that is also what creates the trust. As always, if you've loved the episode, love you to share it with one other person. It helps to be able to get more of this stuff out into more people's heads, so hopefully they can grow their business, and I know they'll thank you for it. If you could jump onto your favorite podcast platform, leave a review, that obviously is a huge help for us. And if you've got anything that you'd like us to really dive deep into that would help you in your business, shoot us an email, support@michaelgriffiths.com.au. Always looking for great topics that are actually going to help you. Till next time, take care, and I'll catch you next week. See you later, all.